This is section 3.1, pairs of lines and angles. So we're going to start off by talking about pairs of lines. So we've already in our lives have talked about parallel lines. Remember that they do not intersect, and then we're just going to add that they're coplanar. So if we look here, lines M and N, they're in the same plane and they never cross, so they are parallel. So we have skew lines. Skew lines is the new one that we're going to talk about. So skew lines, they never intersect, but they're not coplanar. So for example, line K over here and line M, they're not in the same plane, but they never intersect, so they are skew lines. And then parallel planes are just planes that don't intersect. So imagine if you had two pieces of paper and you kind of held them in like a stacked position, they never are going to touch, so they are parallel. So let's find a line or plane that fits each description. A line parallel to line CD containing point A. So CD is right here, point A is here. So a line parallel to CD, including point A, would be line AB. Now same thing, except we're going to do skew. So a line that's skew to CD containing point A is going to be this AH right here. A line perpendicular to CD containing point A. So perpendicular means meeting at a 90-degree angle. I see this little box over here for that 90-degree angle. So that's line AD. And then a plane parallel to plane EFG containing point A. Well, plane EFG is the bottom of that box, so the parallel plane would be the top of the box. So we could say plane ABC. Remember, when you name a plane, you only need 3 points. So we have some more postulates. So the parallel postulate says for every line L and every point P not on L, there exists exactly one line through P that is parallel to L. That means, here's my line L. For any point that's not on line L, there's only one line that we can draw that's parallel to line L. Okay, and if you didn't know those triangles, or even sometimes it's just an arrow, that means parallel. The perpendicular postulate works just the same, except instead of parallel through point P, we're talking about perpendicular. So here's point P again. There's only one line through point P that's perpendicular to line L. Like I can't draw another line like this. Okay, that's a no-no. And let's talk about pairs of angles. So first thing, we need to know what a transversal is. So a transversal is just a line that intersects two or more coplanar lines at different points. So in these drawings, line T is our transversal. Corresponding angles, okay? When we talk about, we're talking about positioning of them, okay? So they are on the same side of the transversal. So notice that 2 and 6 are both on the right side of the transversal. And then they're either both above or both below, or if we move the picture, both right or both left. So notice that they're both above their respective line, and they're both on the right side of the transversal. That means they are corresponding. Alternate interior angles, so we look at the transversal. Alternate means opposite, so they're on opposite sides of the transversal. Interior means inside, so they're inside those two lines. So opposite sides of the transversal, inside the other two lines. Alternate exterior, same thing except now on the outside. Different sides of the transversal and outside the two lines. And then consecutive interior. Consecutive means in a row, and interior in between those two, so they're right next to each other in a row between the two lines. So let's identify pairs of the given type. So corresponding angles. Examples of corresponding angles would be like 1 and 5, or 2 and 6. or 3 and 7, or 4 and 8. Okay? Same side of the transversal, and then either both to the left or both to the right of those two lines. Alternate interior, so alternate opposite sides of the transversal, interior between the two lines, would be 2 and 7, or 4 and 5. Alternate exterior, now instead of in between the two lines, they're outside, so 3 and 6 would be a pair, and 1 and 8 would be a pair. And then consecutive interior, same side of the transversal in between the two lines, so we have 2 and 5. And we also have 4 and 7.